And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. We back in action with another reaction video. Back in the same, like cracking this thing, man. Make sure y'all get into this content. Hit the subscribe button, become part of the Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit the notification bell at the top. It all stay tapped in for the ladies and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you can use, some knowledge though. You can't get in nobody's college though. Get into that if you ain't got into that, man. Make sure you find me on all streaming platforms. Rich Trapper something to going is out now. Get into that if you ain't got into that. Plus, get into Tasty Live resin disposable cartridges. Make sure y'all get into those premium category 3 distillate. No glucose, GMC, THC, all that good stuff. It got THC. We don't got no GMC. Excuse me. You get 5 1,000 milligram cartridges in each one. Get into that if you ain't got into that, man. You want to get into Signature Honey Cigars, not intended for minor, sweet honey, aromatic flavor. They're available where all tobacco products are sold. Shout out to T.I., shout out to Sweet Honey, aromatic flavor of Tasty. Signature Cigars, they are a better version of that product we don't talk about here at TNN Trap News Network. And you want to know why we don't talk about that product here at TNN Trap News Network no more, because you will find out on Sunday, May the 19th, we will be giving away $150 to the best song in the live music review, as well as $50 to the top commenter, as well as $50 to the best comment. And if we get to 11,000 subscribers between now and then, we will give away $200 to the top song in the live music review. I had to make sure I said that right. We finna jump into this content, man. We still got more from the life of Spotty Face. Shout out to Spotty Face. We finna jump into this content, man. He's talking about what it's like to go to Crenshaw High School and what it's like for Bloods to go to Crenshaw High School. For those of y'all who don't know, Crenshaw High School is located within the South Central area, a school predominantly ran by the Rolling 60s and the 40 Cribs. And there you got some 5-5s, you know, all that Wooty Band from the 50s and all that kind of stuff. But primarily, it is an all Crip school. We will go into this content without no further ado. Don't 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Crenshaw High is known for being a Crip school. So, what happens if a Blood shows up to Crenshaw High?
Are you getting maxed out? Me personally, I never really seen. I only heard like you have one here and there. Like you have one here and there that you know that'll come, but they wouldn't be gang banging. Somebody have to know him, or you know, somebody have to. You like, oh, I think he a girl. Like, oh, I think he from woot. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't just outright banging. And you some you did have them, but they wouldn't last. They get ran out of school the same day. They get packed out, get them up out of there. Worse, shot or stab.
Did you get in a lot of fights when you were in high school?
Not at Crenshaw, nah. Cause it was pretty much all my homies and homies from neighborhood, like 60s and all that. So I did get in fights, but it was like, I don't know, enemies type stuff. Just people trying to be macho or whatever. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Are we getting into it with the 60s? Are we getting into it with the 50s or something like that? Other than that, not really.
And you graduate?
Yeah.
And what do you do when you graduate?
And go to jail.
Go to jail. How long after you graduate do you go to jail?
Like a couple months. Like I said, I used to be.
Hey, I think that's kind of how it goes in LA County jail. I remember I called my first case, man. I graduated high school in June of 2007. I was locked up by February of 2008. That's exactly how that went, for sure.
To be hella good in sports. So at one point in time, like basketball.
I remember my first time going to LA County jail. I was terrified. If you went to the LA County jail for your first time, especially at a fresh 18 years old, I remember I turned 18 in September. I graduated high school at 17 in June. I turned 18 that September. I go to jail in that February, whatever, blah, blah. Terrified, bro. I was in a dungeon. Man, that was crazy. And then they sent me off to Wayside. It was a lot. I made it though. And I did my woo-wop and my wooty band once I figured out what my woo-wop and my wooty band was. But it took a minute for me to figure out what my woo-wop and my wooty band was. I just knew one thing. Don't borrow nothing from nobody and take every fade that's presented to you. That's all I was told, and that's all I did. But everything past that, man, I was a fish out of water. I didn't know what to do, big dog. I didn't know how to work out. I didn't know how to program. I didn't know how to do nothing. I knew 2 things. Don't take nothing from nobody and take every fade that's presented to you. And that's that, but... yeah, man, that's a lot. If you went to the LA County jail for the first time before the age of 21 and you weren't afraid, you're lying. Anybody who'd have been to the LA County jail before the age of 21 for their first time, drop a comment below and let me know what your experience was, because you can't tell me you was not afraid, big dog. That is a terrifying place. Even to go now at 34, I'd be afraid, because why wouldn't you be afraid to go to a place where somebody could 187 you? It's terrifying.
Basketball used to be my life. I used to like
Anything
really
can
want to,
happen.
you know what I'm saying, go to the league and play basketball. But I just kept going to jail. I couldn't shake the jail shit. You feel me? So I ended up catching like a gun case. I ended up catching a gun case and went back to YA. I ended up turning 18 in YA.
Hey, that's real, bro. You can't shake that jail ish, man. When it's on you, it's on you. It's like just like the county jail just be on you. Like, man, you just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I remember one time I went to jail, same point in time. I went to jail 3 times in like 4 months. I remember my grandma was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, wow, what's up?" I'm the reason why you can't call my grandma phone collect no more, because she put a block on that thing. I was going to jail too much. She was like, "You're done. You're done here." I'm not. No. That was wild, man. God bless the dead, man. I love you, grandma. Thank you for staying down for me and not giving up on me, man. I know you looking down on me and you can see what I become. I'm listening to you now.
And that was my last time. I did like 10 months, and that was my last time in YA. And I got out when I was 18 years old.
Oh, you graduate and you're not 18 yet when you graduate?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you graduate, go to jail, 10 months, then you turn 18.
I ended up turning, in the midst of me being in jail, I ended up turning 18. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now you get out of jail, you're 18, you got your high school diploma. Do you try to get a job? Do you try to do anything positive, or you just in the streets?
No, I was in the streets. I wasn't even thinking about a job. When I got out of YA, like, you know, when you in jail, you can like, man, I'm gonna do this when I get out. It's like, nah. As soon as I hit the streets,
Jail dreams. In jail, you got all these plans. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You writing stuff down. You getting ready. You plotting. You planning. You scamming. You scheming. You ready to hit the whole whoop to the whoopty bam to the whatchamacallit. You hit them streets. Pff, smoke a blunt. Forget about all that ish.
I'm like, I'm chasing girls. You know what I'm saying? I love the hood. I want to be in the hood. I'm trying to go to all the functions and be involved in all the DPs, all the put-ons. You know, the normal street life stuff. Like when you're involved and you're a member, you are a part of a street organization. You know, I was just trying to have fun. You know, in the streets where it was all the fun. At home, it wasn't no fun. My grandma was strict. You know, we really couldn't do nothing as far as like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't sag my pants. She's like, boy, they pulling pants up. Like, I had to be respectful in the house, you know, which wasn't a bad thing, but I basically, I had to listen. I had to follow the rules in my house. And at that age, I wasn't trying to follow the rules. I go out here, I ain't got to listen to nobody. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I go in the house, I got to be respectful to my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
What do you think was like one of the most wild situations that you went through during that time? You know, that you could talk about?
I'll say just period. I'll say the most traumatic and the most like still memorable to this day. Like, so.
What do you think was like one of the most wild situations that you went through during that time? You know, that you could talk about?
I'll say just period. I'll say the most traumatic and the most like still memorable to this day.
I was going to get him, but he caught himself. Words is hard, Spotty face. Words is hard.
So, like I said, when I was 12, I first went to jail. I went to juvenile hall or whatever the case was. So when I got out, they let me out on probation. They let me out on house arrest. So I ended up cutting off my house arrest because I wanted to go swimming. All the homies was going, my cousins and my sisters and all them, they was going, they was passing by the door. Oh, you can't go out, we'll do. I'm like, man, this man is over with. I cut off my ankle monitor and so now I'm on a...
Cutting off your ankle monitor to go swimming is crazy. How bad did you want to swim? Nigga, who was you, Michael Phelps? Like, you cut off your ankle monitor to go swimming?
And I'm thugging. So I never forget it. One of my friends, at the time I'm like 12, he like 15, Sean Brooks, I never forget it, the homie Demon. He walked me home, like just to make sure I was all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you ain't gotta walk home or whatever. He walked me home and we end up seeing this car or whatever the case is, and we just looking in the car or whatever. We see some dudes. We kids at the time. He a little older, but we kids. We see some dudes or whatever the case is. And we not paying the car no mind. We like hitting up with the spray can in the hood or whatever the case is. And he stopped at my corner and he like, go ahead, walk. I'm gonna wait till him and the other homie like, I'm gonna wait till you get in the house. So I never forget it. I get to my door. I knock on the door. My grandma open the door. I give her a hug or whatever. I throw my hands out to him so they get to walking back down the street. And all I just hear is like 4 or 5 shots. I don't think nothing of it because, you know, that's everyday life. And you know what I'm saying? South Central LA. I get a call the next morning like, man, Sean dead. So my friend, one of my best friends at the time, my big bro, he walked me home and got killed. The same core that we seen that we weren't paying no mind to it, the same people who took his life, ultimately took his life. And they could have did it while I was right there. That's why I think about it to this day. They could have did it when I was right there. But I just think about like, man, that was God. I was too young. It wasn't my time. You know, and a lot of people blame me for, you know what I'm saying, his death. They're like, man, if you wouldn't have, you know how when people grieve and things like that. So that still stick with me to this day. Like, I lost my friend because he walked me home. Like, I was supposed to be in the house.
That has to be hard for a child, especially, man, your friend walking you home and them walking you home leads to their demise. It's not his fault at all, but that's a very hard thing for a child to carry, man. God bless his soul for that.
Anyway, I cut off my ankle monitor. He just trying to make sure I'm, you know what I mean, I'm making safe because I'm a little kid. I'm 12 years old, like, you know what I'm saying? And he sacrificed his life, you know what I'm saying, to save mine.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah, that's a true story. It's a true story.
Whew. Okay. Now,
Hey, that's heavy, man. We're going to go ahead and let that end right there, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with more of the Life and Times of Mr. Spoety Face, man. God bless this man and everything he's gone through. That's a heavy story. The red dot, man. Slide it to love, get some of this good Chiliana. Hit the subscribe button, become part of the Rich Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all stay tapped in for the latest and greatest. What we got going on, man. Shout out to Signature Honey Cigars. Shout out to Tasty Live Resin. Disposable cartridges, man. Make sure y'all say what we always say. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We gone.